Section 219 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe states that there is a police service which is responsible for detecting, investigating and preventing crime, preserving the internal security of Zimbabwe, protecting and securing the lives and property of the people, upholding the Constitution, maintaining law and order, and enforcing the law without fear or favor. Hello viewers, we meet yet again on another episode of Crime Watch, a program whose aim is to strengthen police-public partnerships in fighting crime. I'm your host, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, and like all times, it is an honor to have you along. We start off this week's episode by taking a look at COVID-19 related developments from a law enforcement perspective. It is a cause for concern to the police that a number of people continue disregarding government directives meant to curtail the spread of the novel coronavirus. A significant number of people are being arrested on a daily basis for flouting national lockdown regulations, with the cumulative figure nationwide rising to 159,466 by the 31st of August 2020. Of these, it is disturbing that many were arrested for failure to adhere to simple COVID-19 response measures as follows. 462 were arrested for unnecessary movement during national lockdown except those exempted on the day in question. A further 9 were arrested for gathering of more than 2 individuals in a public place except those exempted, while 217 were arrested for failure to wear a mask. The message from the Ministry of Health and Child Care is that Zimbabwe is not yet out of the woods and COVID-19 is still with us. It is therefore important that we unite in fighting the common enemy by sticking to directives as given by government. We now move on to arrests by the police across the country. Mbare police in Harare have apprehended a robber and rapist who was masquerading as a pirate taxi driver in Harare. The accused committed numerous robbery and rape cases targeting mostly female commuters who would have hired him. Crime Watch spoke to Superintendent Crime, Zetra Mbare District Superintendent Grace Zenda.
Recently, our victim-friendly unit cracked a case of rape, which led to the arrest of a serial rapist named Gilbert Mugoni, aged 48 years. This rapist would go around driving around as a taxi driver, offering lifts to unsuspecting victims. This usually happened between 1800 hours and 2200 hours. He would then take one victim to secluded places and commit the act. It's very disheartening to note that these types of cases are happening during this time of lockdown, whereas members of the public should be observing the curfew, which is set to start between 2000 hours and 0600 hours. But these cases continue to happen during those times of which people should be already in their homes. To all the members of the public, we urge you to report these cases to the police as they happen.
As highlighted there by Superintendent Grace Zenda, let us be in our homes by the stipulated times as per lockdown regulations. A fortnight ago, we carried a story where police spokesperson Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati gave an appalling trend of murder cases that have been happening across the country. In a related case involving infidelity, police in Mvuru have apprehended a 33-year-old man, Fidelis Chido, after he murdered a woman in cold blood. Circumstances are that the accused was having an extramarital relationship with another man's wife. On the fateful day, the two had an altercation which ended with Fidelis Chido stabbing the now deceased twice on the neck with a knife, resulting in her death. His attempt to evade arrest was short-lived as he was immediately apprehended by police in Chiweshe. Life is sacrosanct and should be preserved at all costs. It is therefore important to always consider engaging professionals or relatives when faced with social conflicts or domestic disputes. Alternatively, you can visit any police establishment where you will be assisted by trained personnel qualified to handle such cases. In yet another murder case, police in Shirugwi have apprehended a man after he raped a woman before murdering her. The officer in charge, Zetra Shirugwi, tells us more.
The accused person, during the night, hatched a plan and went into a tuck shop. He raped a woman who is a sales lady in the tuck shop. After raping her, he set ablaze the tuck shop and he dragged the complainant into a nearby bush where he murdered the complainant. We managed to arrest the accused person and he was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. As ZRP Shurugwi, we have got many strategies that we are putting in place to combat crime. We employ general patrols in areas where these crimes are being committed. That is whereby our police officers interact with the local leadership so that they get information on perpetrators of crime.
On that said note, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment. Welcome back. We start this segment by taking a look at a story where the Zimbabwe Republic Police Crime Prevention Unit, Bulawayo Central, has busted a syndicate involved in printing and using fake money. The arrest follows an attempt by an 18-year-old girl to use a fake 100 United States dollar note.
Accused number 1, Chantel Tembelife Oribeligo Sibala, aged 18 years, was brought to CPU office by a security company which operates at a fast food located in the CBD. She tendered a fake 100 US dollar note intending to buy a 2-pizza. An alleged cashier scrutinized and noted that the money was fake. The accused was brought to station where she was interviewed and disclosed that fake note was printed by her husband, Noah Nyamana Zimunya, also known as Ferguson. CPU operatives proceeded to her place of residence and recovered a bunch of fake money, bond paper, ink bottles, metal rulers, among other things. Accused number 1, that is Chantel, revealed that her boyfriend's young brother by the name Onesimus Zimunya was also involved. Chantel led the police to the accused number 2's place of residence, where he was found in possession of fake $10 notes. The two were arrested and taken to court.
The arrest led to the recovery of the following fake notes: 13 by 100 United States dollar notes, 4 by 50 United States dollar notes, 10 by 10 United States dollar notes, 13 by 5 United States dollar notes, as well as 18 by 100 South African Rand notes. The recovered fake notes would have amounted to 1,665 United States dollars and 1,800 South African Rands. Let us always be on the lookout for such criminals and quickly make reports at any nearest police establishment should you suspect anyone to be involved in printing or using fake money. We now move on to the Midlands province, where the Criminal Investigations Department, Gweru, have apprehended a trio who were involved in a series of unlawful entry into premises and theft cases targeting mostly cell phones.
We had a spate of cases of unlawful entry and theft, whereby these criminals target residential places or targeting shops, breaking into shops through rooftops. In Gweru CBD, they stole various cell phones, which amount to a value of 2,907 US dollars. They took 42 cell phones in that shop. We managed to arrest one of the accused persons, Tinei Mataga, who was selling these cell phones. It led us to his accomplices, who are Fortune Moyo and Blessing Mpofu.
The arrest of the three has so far led to the recovery of 25 cell phones, and the accused have since been convicted and sentenced to 36 months imprisonment each. 3 people perished while others got critically maimed following a road traffic accident that happened in Masvingo, which was caused by an unlicensed driver. A tragedy that could have been avoided had someone stayed away from the steering wheel. Mr. Tatenda Chinoda of the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe talks more about the menace of unlicensed drivers.
In one of our previous episodes, we highlighted the risk or the danger of the increased number of unlicensed drivers on the highway. It is with a very sad heart to note that one such case involved a 26-year-old driver who was unlicensed along Jongwe Street kumucheke D kumasvingo. Driver uyu anga achambobva kuita side swipe neimwe motikari 50 meters away. He lost control of the vehicle and ran down 7 pedestrians. Unfortunately, Martha Mutseka, 50 years, Nyasha Stole, 26 years, and Wendy Mbata, 5-year-old, died because of that particular crash. Martha died on the spot. These two died upon admission at Masvingo General Hospital. May their dear souls rest in eternal peace. What does this mean? The 4 of the 7 pedestrians are admitted at Masvingo General Hospital as we speak. And the driver who hails from Runyaruru West in Masvingo is now being charged for culpable homicide and driving without a license. We always say an accident is a total loss unless something useful can be learned from this. What are the lessons from this particular case? Number 1, variko varungotyaira njake vasina maresiness. It is bad, it is illegal. Morally, it is very bad to be driving on our roads without a license. Now, worse still, this has caused the death of 3 innocent souls. Number 2, those who lose a limb may not fully recover from loss of a limb. When they are able-bodied, they can traverse the world, they can walk home, work, they can visit relatives, but now they might be confined to a wheelchair. They might sustain what we call fatal injuries, which is so very bad. The life of a motor vehicle can be insured, and you can get from insurance your motor vehicle. But the life of a human being, the life of these 3 who perished in this preventable crash involving an unlicensed 26-year-old driver driving a Toyota Vista, the lives can never be recovered. The other lesson is, personally, I think when someone is caught driving without a license, the penalties must be reviewed upwards. What does it mean? When you drive without a license or bad fine, you will never have custodial sentence. We want to appeal to our legislators to ensure that if anyone is driving without license that has been caught, this must not attract a fine, but custodial sentence. And in the event like this event where the driver has caused the death of people, this must not be treated as culpable homicide. It must be treated as murder. We don't want that. The tragedy with death is not that things are broken, but the broken things cannot be resurrected. This is our story.
If you do not have a license, stay away from the steering wheel. May the souls of those who died in the accident that happened in Masvingo rest in peace. On that said note, we take a short break. Join us in the 3rd and final segment. We are now in the 3rd and final segment of Crime Watch, and to those who are just joining us, welcome. The police would like to applaud the participation by members of the public in the eradication of crime. In a recent case, members of the public in Rua assisted police in apprehending some robbers who had invaded a house and force-marched the occupants before attempting to flee with some property and cash.
On the day in question, I received information from a member of the public that there were robbers who had invaded one of the houses in Old Windsor. We reacted to the information, and upon arrival, we realized that the robbers were still in hiding. However, since the neighbors had mobilized themselves, we worked together and managed to arrest 2 accused persons, and we couldn't account for the 3rd accused person who is still on the run. We interviewed the 2 accused persons, and we managed to recover all the stolen property, which includes laptops, cell phones, and cash amounting to 120 United States dollars. We also managed to recover a pistol which they had stolen from the gun cabinet at the house and hid it about 3 houses from the place of sin underneath heaped planks. It is quite disturbing that the victims later managed to identify one of the accused person is their relative who had once stayed at the same house. This is the place where we recovered the pistol, which was stuck underneath the planks.
Crime Watch also spoke to a resident of Rua who was present when these robbers were apprehended.
Ndakanzwa noise yevanhu vachimhanya vaisirwa mamessage pagroup, ndikabuda ndichinosanganawo nevanhu, ndichisvika pagedhi tichiona mbavha yaida kubuda nekugedhi ichibva yatsveta TV yanga yakatakura mbva yadzokera. Vanhu vachiungana vachiuya vachinopinda mukati, vanhu vakanga vatojamba nekuseri. Saka vanhu kune kuseri ikoko vanhu vanga vatonzwawo message ichi, vanga vato alert, vachibva vatanga kutarisawo, ndokubva vatanga kuona mbavha dzichijamba majirawo nekuseri dzichida kunobuda kuti dzitize, ndobva vadzingirirwa. Saka mapurisa vakamba vatomhanya panguva iyoyo vachibva vatenderera vachimhanyisa vanhu ava. Chakanyanya kutibatsira kuti mbavha idzi dzibatwe, vanhu vazive kuti ndo zviri kuitika ndechekuti mwedu tine WhatsApp group yevanhu venharaunda yese kwedu. Saka vanhu vakamba vakurumidza kukandirwa mamessage vakakurumidza kuti kuziva nhau iyi, ndosaka takakwanisa kubatsirika kuti vanhu vanga vachibatwa. Saka ndinopa kurudziro kune vanhu kuti munge mune WhatsApp group akadai so kunzvimbo kwenyu ikoko, kuti munge muchikwanisa kubatsirika kana muchinge mawirwa nedambudziko.
The duo appeared before Harare Magistrate Court and was remanded in custody. Meanwhile, police are still looking for the robber's accomplice who escaped and is only known as Yobe Khalidza. Anyone with information that may help in locating this fugitive should contact any nearest police station. It is, however, worth noting that while the police applauds police-public partnerships, the Zimbabwe Republic Police also urges members of the public not to do anything that would endanger their safety or that of others. Did you know that power is critical in securing property? Let us hear more on this and how to make use of power backups in cases of power outages.
As we are in the 21st century, we've seen that power has become more imperative in our everyday lives. It has become a necessity and a need that we cannot do without. We use power when we cook, we use it for entertainment, we use it for work, but even more so, in security we've realized that power is also very, very important. We need to look at measures to mitigate the damages that can be caused by power outages. Backup batteries installed with electronic security solutions can only last up to about 8 hours without power. This then presents a problem when there are prolonged power outages. Having a power backup solution has never been more imperative as it is now, as your safety and security is at risk when security solutions such as your CCTVs, your alarms, your electric fence, your electric gate are not powered up. Therefore, green power alternatives such as solar have never been more imperative and are necessary so that you are not caught off guard when power goes off. Let me summarize again the effects of not having power to your household. Your electric gates are not working, your electric fence is not working, your CCTV system is off, your alarm is off, you've got no lighting, hence your security is compromised. As a homeowner, the security and safety of your family is your #1 priority. Please do contact your security services providers for power backup solutions that are tailor-made to your needs, and keep your family and property safe.
From those security tips, we now move on to our last story of the week, where police in Marondera have apprehended 4 men after they stole and slaughtered a cow from a farm.
Ndaifamba kuparadzikudza suko maplantations. Ndakaona vakomana vaviri ndiri nechekure. Vapa vakandiona vakavhunduka ndokusumuka nespeed yaityisa. Ndakasvikapo ndikaona paine mutumbi womombe nezvavaishandisa mapanga nematemo. Ndakabva ndabata mukuru farm manager kuti kune mombe yabiwa.
4 suspects were arrested in connection with theft of a cow which occurred at this farm. 3 of them were from Epworth, being Wilson Mudzudzu, Fanuo Munetsi, and Joe Zazen. The fourth suspect was arrested from a nearby farm. It is also imperative to understand that as police, we are always ready to pounce upon any criminals who especially want to do their nefarious activities in derailing the economic gains of this country.
And on this week's Police Wanted list, we have the following people. Kelvin Sibanda, aged 18, of Block 21/668, Mpopo Mabulawayo, is wanted for cases of unlawful entry into premises and theft by Western Commonwealth Police. Still in Bulawayo, Lefefe police are looking for Eric Moyo, aged 37, of house number 2670, Emakandeni, Bulawayo, for yet other cases of unlawful entry into premises and theft. Moving to Manicaland, Zikamai Manzungu, aged 32, of house number 1013, area 3, Dangamvura Mutare, is being sought by Dangamvura police for a theft case. Lastly, Admire Mzamba, aged 19, of Mtandawe Nema village, Chief Ntlamba, Guyu, is also being sought for a case of theft by Guyu police in Matebelele in South Province. Anyone with information that may help in the location of any of these wanted persons should contact any nearest police station. Alternatively, you can reach us on any of the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit our website on www.zetrop.gov.zw. Email us on feedback@zetrop.gov.zw. Alternatively, you can link with us on our Twitter handle @PleaseZimbabwe or like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Please. Be reminded that all Crime Watch episodes are accessible on YouTube channel Zimbabwe Republic Please. Zimbabwe Republic Police, policing for peace, economic recovery and prosperity in the Second Republic. It has been wonderful spending some time with you from wherever you are across the length and breadth of this beautiful nation, Zimbabwe. The message from the Zimbabwe Republic Police and the Crime Watch crew is categorically stated: stay at home, stay safe, stay alive, and stay healthy. Elliot Kudzai Ganyani is my name. Until we meet again next time, may God bless you.